Class, in order to explain why your hormones will soon make you an easy target for every smooth-talking Lothario with his own car and tight jeans, I will now show a short sex education film. Ezekiel and Ishmael, in accordance with your parents' wishes, you may step out into the hall and pray for our souls.
Fluffy and Fuzzy went to the park, the ice cream social, the boat show, and various other wholesome activities. And they never ruined their fun by giving in to their throbbing biological urges. Then came the big day. Fluffy and Fuzzy got married. That night came the honeymoon.
She's faking it.
The most satisfying part of the night was knowing that they waited. 9 months later, Fluffy gave birth to 14 beautiful bunnies. 8 survive. And now that you know how it's done, don't do it.
Any questions?
Mrs. Krabapple, how come you don't live with Mr. Krabapple?
Because Mr. Krabapple chased something small and fluffy down a rabbit hole.
How do we know when we fall in love?
Oh, don't you worry. Most of you will never fall in love and marry out of fear of dying alone.
So, while I'm technically still married, there really hasn't been any marriage to speak of since Mr. Krabapple moved into his little love nest.
This profession can put a lot of strain on a marriage.
Since he's been gone, I've been looking for a substitute to teach me a lesson I sorely need.
Mrs. Krabapple, you're trying to seduce me.
Well?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Krabapple. You're very nice, but it's the children I love.
Now, I don't want you to worry, class. These tests will have no effect on your grades. They merely determine your future social status and financial success, if any.
Bart has been guilty of the following atrocities: synthesizing a laxative from peas and carrots, replacing my birth control pills with Tic Tacs.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sure Bart doesn't really mean to be bad.
Now's our chance to be bad.
Now, we don't usually do this, but we have some witnesses. Come in, Arthur. Now, where did Bart stick the fireworks?
I really don't see how this helps Bart.
Just do it.
Seymour, you are truly incompetent.
Well, I hardly think it's fair to...
Dummy up, you! Listen to those passing motorists who support the teachers.
More tea, Edna?
What kind of little boy has a tea set?
I think we both know the answer to that. A lucky boy.
You know, Seymour, there's an innocence about you that can be quite charming.
Oh, well, I've always admired your tart honesty and ability to be personally offended by broad social trends.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Very much. And your laugh.
You mean, ha?
Mm-hmm. That's the one that makes me feel... oh, boy. You have a breath mint I could borrow?
I've got some menthol cigarettes.
Oh, the heck with it.
Oh.
Now, Bart, son, I don't know what you think you saw, but let me assure you...
What Seymour... Oh, what Principal Skinner means to say, Bart, is that sometimes a little boy's imagination can run away with him.
That's the best you can do? You could have at least said you were giving her CPR or rehearsing a play.
Is it too late to say that?
Mm-hmm.
We're just a little concerned. If people were to find out the principal was dating a teacher, they might see it as a conflict of interest.
And there are those who might try to use it against us for their own advantage.
Like me, for one.
Like you, for... Bart, if life has taught me one lesson repeatedly, it's to know when I'm beaten. Let's talk deal.
As you know, Bart, your permanent record will one day disqualify you from all but the hottest and noisiest jobs.
What do you say, son? You keep our secret and some other student can inherit your gloomy, wind-blown future.
Deal.
This is a great day for forbidden love.
You give me fever when you touch me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever! Ah!
Kill me.
So the next time you use a gas chromatograph, remember to thank Mr. A.J.P. Martin.
Oh, brilliant, Martin, brilliant. Once again, you've wrecked the grading curve. Oh, I pity the poor student who has to follow you. Bart Simpson, you're next.
The Inventor I Admire by Bart Simpson. The inventor I admire is not a rich man or a famous man or even a smart man. He's my father, Homer Simpson, creator of dun-dun-dun-dun, the Flaming Homer!
The Flaming Homer? You mean the Flaming Moe? And your dad didn't invent it, you wuss. Moe the bartender did.
Yes, everyone knows that.
It's not true. My father invented that drink, and if you'll allow me to demonstrate...
Bart, are those liquor bottles?
Brought enough for everybody.
Take those to the teacher's lounge. You can have what's left at the end of the day.
What's eating you, woman? Your personal ad said you wanted a man. Well, you got yourself a humdinger.
I don't know. I guess I expected something different from your photo.
Oh, don't let my age fool you. Just 'cause there's a little snow on the roof. I forget how the rest of that goes.